Hey everyone, we got some huge news out of Skillz today. The board of directors authorized a $65 million share repurchase program and an additional $65 million to potentially reduce debt outstanding. Investors were very happy with this news. In fact, I can show you a chart here of the stock price, which was up 17% on the day of this announcement. Very good news for investors, at least initially, is what they're thinking. However, if we zoom out, let's go 3 years. This stock is down 96% off its high. So, yes, today investors like this move from the board of directors. Longer term, investors have not been happy about what Skillz has done with the money they were given. And it all stems from, in my opinion, the ineffective spending on sales and marketing. What I have here is a chart of Skillz sales, general and administrative expense, and then in the orange I have the revenue. So you could see in the purple, Skillz has consistently overspent on SG&A in relation to its revenue, and thankfully investors actually have been happy that they've actually lately slashed these costs. You can see that big decrease in spending on SG&A, namely coming from decreases in spending on sales and marketing. That's been the problem area ever since, I would say, mid 2021, early 2022, because that spending on sales and marketing wasn't bringing in a good return on investment. The company's revenue wasn't rising as well. They weren't attracting as many customers, new monthly active players, or new paying monthly active players. The average revenue per user was not going up as much as investors would have hoped. If you're spending that much money on sales and marketing, you would like to see better results. And then investors kept telling Skillz, hey, if this strategy isn't working, try something different. But management wasn't responding. They kept pushing with the sales and marketing investments. And finally, lately, they've changed tactic and they're now using their money for something different. And I think that's partly why the stock price is reacting so positively, is that investors perceive that Skillz has got the message that investors don't want Skillz spending this money on sales and marketing. They want Skillz to do something different. And a share buyback program and paying down debt is something different. And so that's what investors are cheering today with the stock price rising so much is, okay, this is good. Management is diverting funds away from those ineffective investments, doing something different. Now, they did mention 65 million for share buyback and 65 million potentially. These are both potentially for the debt repurchase. Now, if you put that figure into context, the company in its latest update had $324 million of cash on hand. And when you compare that with its quarterly losses, it's got more than enough cash to allocate to share buybacks and paying down debt. The company has enough cash to do that. So, great news. Well, I shouldn't say great news, but certainly meaningful and important news coming out of Skillz today. The company adding over $100 million of allocation of their capital to different purposes other than sales and marketing, which if I was an investor in Skillz stock, which I am not, I would be happy with. I would be happy with management trying different things with their capital instead of spending it on sales and marketing. The thing I would like to see, however, as someone who's been following Skillz stock for several years now, what I've been hoping for and what I've been calling for is for management to spend more money on research and development in creating games. Right now, the company outsources that activity to outside developers, and so it doesn't spend very much money on that category. I would hope, maybe change that strategy. Your stock is down 96%. Maybe that business model isn't effective for what you're trying to do. Maybe try, maybe don't bring it completely in house. Maybe don't bring game development 100% in house, but maybe try, 10% of the games that are developed, try bringing it in house. See how that works out. Test it. You know, um, I think that would be a, an interesting way to use your capital. Certainly, if I was a shareholder, I would support that because seeing the third party not working so well, I would want to bring some of it in house because the business model, the core business model, which allows players to place wagers on the games that they play against each other, sounds interesting. Part of the business sounds very interesting and compelling because it makes games more fun. You have something to play for, but you got to have games that people want to play. And so, yeah, spend some money on games that attract people to your platform, and then you won't have to spend so much money on sales and marketing because the game could potentially attract players in itself because the game could be fun and it could bring people to your platform. Just my opinion as somebody from the outside looking in. But overall, we got big news out of Skillz, and that's why the stock is soaring in response to these developments. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.